This week on the LTU Sports Report, we get into all of the fall sports action and get to know some of our student athletes. We hit the court for the season opener of women's basketball, highlight a handful of games from our men's and women's soccer teams, and go inside this year's annual Exploration Day. Don't go anywhere because the LTU Sports Report starts right now.
LTU Sports Report is brought to you by Varsity Brands, elevating student experiences in sport, spirit, and achievement. The City of Southfield, the center of it all. Michigan First Credit Union, and Hungry Howie's, famous for flavor.
What's up, Blue Devil fans, and welcome into the LTU Sports Report, the only show in the nation covering NAIA schools' athletic and academic achievements. I'm your host, Dylan Morello.
And I'm your host, Sarah Davis. Lawrence Tech is a proud member of the Wolverine Hoosier Athletic Conference, and we give you updates from all of our men's and women's teams competing this fall season. Highlighting this week's show is both men's and women's soccer team, and our women's basketball team kicks off their season at home inside the Don Riddler Fieldhouse.
Along with all those games, we also get to meet the newest member of our athletic staff, one who's going to be leading the first ever track and field team. But we're not only about sports on this show, we're also going to take a dive into the LTU's annual Exploration Days and get to see what the future Blue Devils experienced on campus.
We have a lot coming up for you on the show, so sit tight as we kick things off with a big reveal from our men's hockey team, followed by the boys taking on Concordia University.
Brandon Paulus contacted me early this summer and told me that we were getting new jerseys, and I actually, with the help of some other people, designed the jerseys that we wore for the Winter Classic last year.
We're now going into year 4 of the current set, so they need to be just being phased out. They're getting worn.
All total, it probably took about 3 months, just probably 10 or 12 different sketches and ideas going back and forth between Brandon, me, and the jersey company, and then the final design was probably submitted in around late August, and that's where it all got put together.
A lot of the very unique parts is definitely on the white jersey. The new crest takes the modern LTU logo and puts it in almost an old school crest. The one thing we wanted for the away jersey is a lot of people, you still travel around and people are still like, who's Lawrence Tech? And just the logo they didn't recognize, so we decided we should write the name out in the classic script and throw it on the front. Now everyone reads it, they know who LTU is.
LTU hockey made college so enjoyable and gave me some of the best hockey years of my life, so to be able to give that back to them, and I talked to a lot of the boys, I know they like them, so I'm pretty happy with that.
The reaction's insane. As soon as the videos went live, so many text messages coming in from alumni, from current players, from students, just loving the jerseys. They think they're amazing. They think it's a great design.
Breaking out the newly designed home jerseys for the first time in Farmington Hills Ice Arena was the men's ACHA D1 hockey team, taking on Concordia for the third time this year. We picked things up halfway through the first period with LTU up 2-0. After a Cardinal penalty, sophomore John Horn lines up the penalty shot opportunity. He makes a nifty move on the goalie, making him bite one way as he finishes with the forehand. Blue Devils take an early 3-0 lead. Final minutes of the period with the boys in the power play. Sophomore Sean Pillay gets control of the puck, pushes it up to Eddie Flood, who then gives it right back to Pillay in the middle of the zone, who turns, fires, and scores. LTU takes the 4-0 lead heading into the first intermission. 6 minutes into the second period, LTU had an extra man advantage once again, and capitalizing, junior Bryce Ebert and sophomore Alec Allen play a little back and forth across the zone as Ebert gets an open shot off. The save is made, but he stays with it to bury his own rebound. Blue Devils up 5-0. In the final 30 seconds of the period, LTU is keeping the pressure on. The Cardinals trying to get out of the period by clearing the zone, but the senior Flood prevents that and then fires a shot glove side that finds the back of the net. The home team would go on earning the shutout and winning their third straight game this season over Concordia with a final score of 6-0.
The boys are excited to get the new uniforms. It really brought the spirit up. We've been working hard on special teams in practice, so getting a couple shorthanded goals there and the power play goal was good to see the hard work in practice finally paid off.
The crowd played a big part in tonight's game. They're cheering on the boys, giving us all that morale, and basically kept us going the whole game, and we loved it. We scored, they cheered, so we decided to get more goals and make more noise in the stands and give the LTU a good homecoming game.
The defense really stepped up, blocked their shots, got pucks out the blue line, and really helped Kaz get that first shutout.
Well, he kept us in the game a lot of times. He made some really good saves on that 5-on-3, and all the credit goes to him. We just stay in front of him.
We're here at Blue Devils Stadium for the homecoming game between the Lawrence Tech Blue Devils and the Indiana Tech Warriors. The Blue Devils are looking to stop the Warriors' 6-game win streak and nab their 4th win in WAC play. Can the Devils pull off the upset? Let's jump into action. Starting in the first half, both teams' defense came out aggressive. Neither team could get an offensive flow going. The Warriors got off 4 shots on goal, and the Blue Devils got off 2 shots. Neither team could find the back of the net. The score would be 0-0 heading into the half. To begin the second half, it took the Warriors just 26 seconds to score the first points of the game. The offense of both teams picked up the intensity, but the Blue Devils failed to score on their shot on goal attempts, and the Warriors would go on to score their second goal. Lawrence Tech would go on to lose the game with a final score of 2-0. They dropped to 4-9 on the season and 3-4 in conference play.
There's always bright spots in every game, so we'll go over film and just look over it. But the main thing is you just can't get too caught up in your highs or your lows. You know, you have to move on and train hard Monday and try and turn it around.
We had some good chances. We gifted them the game. 2 mistakes. We just got to look to create more. We've got 4 games left. Got to get ready for a tough Siena Heights team.
What's up, everybody? Jenna Skalski here at Blue Devils Stadium for the big matchup between our men's soccer team and the Saints of Siena Heights. After the break, we're going to have all those highlights for you guys, as well as a look inside how our women's soccer team fared against Indiana Tech. Don't go anywhere.
Southfield truly is the ideal place to live, work, and play.
Well, it's a very exciting time in the city of Southfield. Great neighborhoods, great city services, and Fortune 500 companies. Southfield has something for everyone.
Recognized as Michigan's premier business address, home to world-class educational institutions, voted one of the nation's most livable metro area suburbs.
Southfield is the center of it all.
It's time again for you to register your League of Legends team for the State Champs Esports 4th Annual Tournament hosted by Lawrence Tech. We're looking for the top 64 high school League of Legends teams to battle it out to be crowned the best in the Midwest. With thousands of scholarship dollars at stake, you need to register your team today at statechampsesports.net.
Hungry Howie's wants to thank you. Yes, you, how long can I stay on this couch guy? Super Dad who prevented birthday disaster. And the late night study group that ordered 17 pizzas. Thank you to the Holy Moly Did You See That fans. And thank you, Whole Slice and One Bite Kid. Because for every pizza sold in October, we make a donation to the National Breast Cancer Foundation. And together we've raised nearly $3 million just by doing what you love. Hungry? Howie's.
Welcome back, LTU fans. Our women's soccer team has been making monstrous waves in conference play. They took on one of their toughest battles of the season against our fellow Tech school, Indiana. Let's see what happened.
Back at home in Blue Devil Stadium, finishing off homecoming this past week was the LTU women's soccer team taking on the Warriors from Indiana Tech. LTU standing at 5-2 in the WAC conference were looking to keep their momentum going in this one. Early stages of the first half, pushing up the field was Dalia Jarosik getting behind the Warrior backline and beating the keeper on that shot for the goal. The star freshman gets things going to put her team up 1-0. Late in the half now with the score still 1-0 in favor of the Blue Devils. A foul gives Indiana Tech the free kick just over midfield. A nice placement results in a short-range header, but junior Rebecca Alamondes is there for the save. She clears out the danger and LTU holds the lead into the break. Now into the second frame. The ladies doing a good job getting out of their defensive half and making things happen is freshman Deanna Hill. She dishes to her roommate Jarovsek, who lets off a laser rising shot that tucks just underneath the crossbar for the goal. Her second of the night gives LTU some insurance, up 2-0. Less than 10 minutes later, a foul in the box would set up junior Caitlin Mather for the penalty kick. The second-ranked goal scorer in the conference has little trouble blasting this one past the Warrior keeper to make it 3-0 Blue Devils. Minutes left in the game and capping off an impressive night off the corner kick from senior captain Allie Nybauer is Jarovsek once again using her head to knock it in off the I-Tech defender for her third goal of the game. The ladies dominate on this night, beating Indiana Tech to improve to 6-2 in WAC play. Renee Anderson and Alamondes combined for the shutout. Jarovsek led the team with a hat trick on assists from Mather, Nybauer, and Hill.
Hi, I'm Lily Regnier. I play volleyball and I'm studying transportation design. My favorite vacation spot is Florence, Italy. There's a lot of culture there and it's just gorgeous. My biggest pet peeve is hearing people chew. Even if their mouth is shut, I just can't stand it. My favorite sports team is the Chicago Cubs. My grandpa has loved watching the Cubs, and so I just always hung with him and I watched it.
It was a special night under the lights at Blue Devil Stadium as the Lawrence Tech Blue Devils look to get back on track versus the Siena Heights Saints. LTU looking to snap a 3-game losing streak in conference play. Tonight, the Blue Devils honored Team Impact member Aiden. Can they pull out a win? Let's find out. Starting in the first half, here's the junior Adrian Myling, who finds the back of the net for the first score of the game. LTU up 1-0 early in the first half. Later on in the half, the Saints have knotted things up at 1 apiece, but the senior Kevin Wright changes that in a jiffy with a beautiful kick to put the Blue Devils up 2-1. The Blue Devils aren't done yet as senior Nico Rodriguez Bermejo creates the turnover, then blasts the ball to the back of the net from 10 yards out to give LTU a 3-1 lead heading into the half. Jumping to the end of the second half, where fancy footwork helped sophomore Mario Colea find the back of the net for LTU's 4th goal of the game. The Blue Devils would go on to win this one 4-1, bringing their record to 5-9 overall and 4-4 in WAC play.
It felt great. All credit goes to our coaching staff and our players. Players have worked tremendously Monday and Tuesday night. Big thanks to men's lacrosse because they've allowed us to move to night practices, which allows us to get the whole team together. So I should be over there giving them a big round of applause because all credit goes to them as well.
So it was a really big win today. We needed it. We knew the confidence of getting this win going into the last 3 games was very important. We have Lawrence coming up next, so we knew this win was necessary to get back into playoff position.
What's up, guys? I'm Daniela Bruce here at the Don Riddler Fieldhouse where LTU took on a Lord's volleyball team. And guys, we're going to have all of those highlights for you when we return.
Talking about finances can be confusing, difficult, scary, murky even. But it doesn't have to be with Money Mentor by Michigan First Credit Union on your side. More than 90 years ago, Michigan First was founded on the principle of putting education first. Today, Money Mentor continues that tradition because affording the lifestyle you want isn't always easy. Check us out at MichiganFirstMoneyMentor.com or follow us on social media for tips, tricks, blogs, and videos today.
You sit on the sidelines, but your heart is running across that field. His drive becomes yours, his dreams too. So when a torn ACL and concussion threaten those dreams, choose the sports medicine team that treats the whole athlete. Henry Ford Health System. We combine the most innovative technology with a personalized treatment plan so he can get back his confidence. And you can get back to being his biggest fan. Henry Ford Health System. All for you.
State Champs is the original high school sports show, and State Champs Sports Network is always on, 24/7, delivering the content you want on the platform you choose. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and StateChampsNetwork.com. Coming in 2020, the State Champs app.
Donovan Edwards bullies his way through this crowd of Highlanders.
State Champs Sports Network is always on. Follow, like, subscribe, and share.
I chose Lawrence Tech for the architecture program and volleyball team. Architecture is a great fit for me because I love math and design. Now I combine them with technology to create beautiful structures. At Lawrence Tech, I didn't have to wait until my third year to start designing. Our hands-on education begins right from day one. And I'm really excited about LTU's Design Center in Detroit. Lawrence Tech, where Blue Devils dare.
Welcome back, everybody. As promised, it's time for the highlights from the volleyball game against Lourdes University.
Looking to keep their undefeated conference record going was the women's volleyball team, hoping to extend their WAC win column to 12 inside the Don Riddler Fieldhouse. Their opponent, the Grey Wolves from Lourdes University. The last time these two teams faced off, the Blue Devils swept the match in 3 sets. Early first set action with a 1-point lead in favor of LTU. Sophomore Renali Kalisan makes a nice dig up to senior Christy Doherty, who fakes the set and places it perfectly into the corner pocket for the point. Later in the set, the ladies in blue were pulling away up by 7. The Grey Wolves making a strong effort to get it over the net, but the combo of Doherty and freshman Danielle Hansen would finish off the volley. LTU would go on to take the first set by a score of 25-16. Midway through the second set, we had a much closer battle with LTU up 12-11. A good volley going between the two, but it would be Doherty finding Isabella McDonald cross court for the big-time kill. The junior had 14 on the night and added some insurance to the lead. A thrilling finish to this set as it went back and forth for game point. Blue Devils with the 29-28 advantage. Sophomore Nicole Heiduck lays out for the clutch dig, and Doherty does not hesitate finding the open space in the Lourdes defense to seal the deal. LTU up 2-0. The third set was much of the same with a neck-and-neck battle. Fighting for game point once again, but the Grey Wolves now with the advantage up 26-25. The ladies try to set Hansen up for the kill of the tie, but she just misses the outside line, and Lourdes takes set 3, 27-25. A quick pep talk from head coach Ed Rule would fire up his squad to finish it off in the fourth set. And finish it off with haste they did. Not letting the other team even get to double digits, and getting the kill here is the senior power hitter Zakiya Hunt, dropping the hammer to make it 24-8. She would get her team high 20th and final kill on the next point as LTU goes on to beat Lourdes University 3-1, improving to 22-2 overall, and that ties the program record for wins in a season. A record that will surely be broken with 7 games left to play before playoffs.
Our senior leadership is doing great. I mean, Christy, Z, Vara, Mackenzie, Brittany Tabor, they all, Alex, they all lock it in, and they don't make a lot of unforced errors. So, other team, 8 freshmen, right? A lot of unforced errors. Us, 7 seniors, not a lot of unforced errors. So,
getting here as a freshman, I knew it wasn't a very good program to start, and to come and tie the record for wins is awesome. Our ability to bounce back is in the fact that we're not really afraid to lose, so when we lose, we're just like, whatever, we'll win the next one. And we play really well as a team. I've never been on a team that plays so well with everyone.
Just our mindset has to be in it for this weekend. We can't think it's easy win just because we're 13-0 now. So we got to go in ready to work because everyone's going to be attacking us because we're at the top right now. We want to stay there.
Time now to take a look inside Lawrence Technological University.
Exploration Day is a biannual event that we host through the Office of Admissions. It's an opportunity for high school students to get to campus. They get to choose 3 academic sessions of their choice, and they actually get to sit in on those sessions. So great hands-on activity. They get a lot of information on the majors that we offer here at Lawrence Tech. They get to meet the faculty here at Lawrence Tech, which is always a great opportunity for them, and it's a really great day to visit. Getting to Lawrence Tech's campus, I think, gives students a really good view of what it would be like to be a student at Lawrence Tech. We have a lot to offer in terms of hands-on education, those small class sizes. So getting onto campus, seeing what it would be like to be a Lawrence Tech student is always a benefit. So we have students that travel far and wide, some are local, and it's a great day to come out and get a really good feel for our campus. Lawrence Tech is a really great option for high school students looking for the best college fit. We are a small private university, so we do keep our class sizes nice and small, and our campus motto is theory and practice. So the practice side of things, really making sure that students are getting a hands-on education, we think is very important, while also getting them conceptual knowledge, getting in the classroom in those small classes. So we think that's important. There's a great feel to campus. There's tons going on all the time here on campus, activities, athletics, organizations. It's a really great field to our campus and right here in the heart of Southfield.
To learn more about the next Blue Devil Exploration Day, visit ltu.edu today.
You have a say in helping determine who wins two of the most coveted awards in high school football by voting for the state champs Mr. Football and Amble Awards presented by Hungry Howie's. Who will join the ranks of previous Mr. Footballs such as DeQuan Finn, Cody White, and Alex Malzone? In 2018, Marcel Lewis was the Amble's first champ. Who's next to be the top linebacker or lineman in Michigan? Keep up with both races by watching our weekly updates on State Champs social media. Vote for Mr. Football and the Amble Award at statechampsnetwork.com.
So you want to work out, and you're curious about supplements, but don't know where to start. All you have to do is, oh, you're already done. With the Benefit Box, you get full-size supplements customized to you and tailored to your fitness goals. With easy-to-use instructions delivered right to your front door. Visit www.thebenefitbox.com to get started on building your box and you today.
Welcome back to the LTU Sports Report, everybody, for the first women's basketball game of the 2019-2020 season, as our Blue Devils were up against the Point Park Pioneers inside the Don Riddler Fieldhouse to kick off the annual Blue Devil Classic tournament. First quarter action. The ladies down 2-0 off the get, but we're looking to change that in a hurry. Moving the ball well around the perimeter results in a wide-open Taryn Klein, who sinks the triple. The junior guard tallies the first points of the season and gives LTU the 1-point lead. Second quarter now. Sophomore Kendall Fisher hit a buzzer beater three-pointer to take the lead at the end of the first to put the ladies up 21-19. Doing much of the same here, she knocks down her second deep ball of the game. Last season's newcomer of the year puts LTU up 28-26. Later in the quarter, some nice ball movement from Fisher to Danielle Hansen opens up center Rachel Price in the paint, and the senior drops it in for the bucket. The Blue Devils would go on to lead 44-34 at the break. Second half now, and the home team was rolling up by 14 halfway through the third. Fisher drives the lane, misses, gets her own rebound, and kicks it out to sharpshooter Caitlin Smith, who drains it for three. The senior makes it a 58-41 ball game. Jump to late in the fourth quarter. LTU up by 10 and pulling away. Setting things up is Fisher, who dishes it down to the senior Hansen. She goes up over two defenders and buries the mid-range jumper along with getting the foul. She was pumped up after that one as the Blue Devils would go on to win their first game of the season by a score of 87-71. This is also the first win for the ladies under the direction of Grace Howergan in her first season as head coach.
You know, the mindset for us was know what they're running, know their actions based off last year, but at the same time kind of do us. And, you know, we've been practicing now for a month and a half, and we know our philosophies, we know what works, what our strengths and weaknesses are. So it was know them, guard them and their tendencies, but at the same time do us.
It's just confidence. It's a whole team thing. We all lift each other up and we're supporting each other, and my team expects me to knock down shots, so that's my job, and I expect them to do the same. So it was just a good vibe out there, and it was a lot of fun.
We really prepared for this game with scout and things like that, so we've been practicing our defense a lot throughout the season, so I think that we were really confident going into this game defensively. I'm so proud of her and the team. It was a team win, 1 through 15, so coaches included, so I'm excited.
It feels good. It feels good. You know, I just told the girls, though, I'm going to enjoy this for about 10 to 15 minutes or however long is on the clock, and then I got to get back to work, so we got business tomorrow.
How you doing? I'm Sean Fannin. We're here at the baseball field, and I'm going to give you the tip of the week. All right, so today we're going to be working around first base and getting our leadoffs. You're going to want to start by checking your outfield. You want to know where they're at, so you know if you can take third base on a base hit to right field. Then you're going to take your 3 steps off, shuffle it right here, nice athletic position. You're going to wait for the pitch to be thrown. You go, and if it is caught by the catcher, you're retreating back to first. So I'm Sean Fannin, and that was your tip of the week. Thank you.
Wow, Deanna Hill. She just wins so many one-on-ones so easily. Now she plays it to her roommate, Dalia Jarosik. Jarosik, oh! That was absolutely marvelous! The roommate took up for Jarosik's 4th of the season and her 2nd of the night. Provides some cushion for this Blue Devil women's soccer team.
Coming up this week in LTU Athletics. On Wednesday, October 30th, women's volleyball faces Rochester, Michigan at 7 p.m. at Don Riddler Fieldhouse. Women's soccer is under the lights for a matchup against Cornerstone. Game starts at 7:30 p.m. Kicking off a busy month of November is the D1 ACHA men's hockey team, who faces Michigan Flint at 5:45 at the Farmington Hills Ice Arena. Women's volleyball takes on Northwestern Ohio. Game starts at 7 p.m. Saturday, November 2nd, women's volleyball continues their homestand with an early morning game against Indiana Tech at 11 a.m. Football is back home to face St. Francis, Indiana at Blue Devil Stadium. Kickoff is at noon. Women's basketball faces Alma at 3 p.m. Both soccer teams are in action against Northwestern Ohio. Game time for the women is 4:30 and the men 7 p.m. For all games, times, and locations, please visit the Athletics website.
All right, everybody, that's all we have for you from this week on the LTU Sports Report. But make sure to tune in every Monday at 4:30 for the latest episodes.
And if you haven't already, connect with us on social media for all your daily Blue Devil action on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube.
From all of us here at Lawrence Tech, thank you for tuning in, and we hope you enjoyed the episode, and we'll see you next week.
LTU Sports Report is brought to you by Varsity Brands, elevating student experiences in sport, spirit, and achievement. The City of Southfield, the center of it all. Michigan First Credit Union, and Hungry Howie's, famous for flavor.